We're back in the Stone Creek kitchen with Anthony Serrano, the owner of El Palacio Restaurant and Cantina in Chandler, and he's already made the queso dip, which, if we could even just, like, my fork's right here. I'm not even using the chips anymore. It's just the queso that I'm eating just by itself because it's honestly that stinking good. All right, into the mouth it goes. Now we're going to make some green chili pork.
Correct. Now we're going to be making our chile verde, which is good as like eating it like a stew. Again, you don't have, it takes pork in it, but you don't have to put pork. You can always put chicken or shredded beef in it.
I like how you use the whole garlic, so that it really kind of infuses that flavor.
Right, and this is going to cook about 30-40 minutes, so it's going to break everything down. Everything's going to get real soft. You're not going to have the big pieces of garlic, which some people like myself are fans of. Other people, like my mom, doesn't care for the big pieces of garlic.
Well, Isabella's watching at home in Bullhead.
Correct.
And she watches every morning, so we wanted to say hello.
She's a big fan of yours.
Of mine?
Of yours, yeah.
Oh, well, why didn't you bring her?
Yeah, she stayed home.
Isabel, just so you know, the invitation was always there for the taking. We welcome anybody to come down to our studio. We'll have to get her here on an audience Friday.
Oh, yeah, she'd definitely love that.
All right, so well, this happens to be one of her favorite recipes as well, you were mentioning to me.
So we're putting onion and garlic in here. Now we're going to cook this until it gets translucent or it starts getting a little bit of a see-throughness to it.
It's a process, though. I mean, as we kind of talk in TV terms, we've got like 5 minutes, but if we're at home putting some TLC into this... Right,
and like we're saying, this takes a while for everything to break down, get nice and gooey. The end result is over here, but eventually this is going to look like that.
Let's talk about the meat that you use in this and how we get it to kind of break up like that.
Well, we use a pork butt. So we leave a little bit of the fat on there. It's going to have a lot of marbling.
Okay.
And that helps at the end when with the flavor.
Okay, now your ears might not like to hear this, but if we were trying to do this in a way that kind of made sense in a crock pot, could the same concept be like, could we take our onions and the garlic and put that in a pan, throw that into a crock pot, and then let it slow cook and fall apart like this?
Yeah, of course. This is one of the type of recipes that everyone has their own style or preferences. I like the onions and garlic, but we can put zucchini in here. We can put more bell pepper. You can cook it in the crock pot for all day, or you could just cook it for 30-40 minutes like we'll do this one.
I'm going to lower this to medium.
Oh, okay.
We want it to come up to a little bit of a boil. Is there such a thing as a little boil?
A little bit of a boil?
Like a little bit pregnant? It's a little bit boiling.
And then we're putting our green chilies. That you can do...
Now they're diced?
Correct.
Okay.
You can either do diced or, again, big pieces. It's pretty much up to your personal preference. And we're getting that nice caramelization at the bottom of the pan. That gives us a good flavor.
And that's by design. We want that.
Correct.
I would have panicked and gone, oh, no,
no. As long as it's brown, it's good.
Okay.
So later on, or right now, we're going to put some of our award-winning salsa on here, and that's going to help bring out all that brown, that caramelization, and that's going to add to the flavor of the dish.
How would you describe the flavor of your salsa, your award-winning salsa?
Our mild is going to be chunky, but it's all fresh ingredients that are all incorporated in it.
Do you taste the cumino in it, or the cumin, or do you...
We don't put any cumin in ours. It's all fresh ingredients. Our main spice that is in all our food, which is what I'm going to put in right now, is called movimiento.
Movimiento. Okay.
It's in all our food. This is the base for everything we cook in our family, and like I said, it has its own name. It's called movimiento.
But is it garlic or is it?
It's a mixture of salt and garlic and pepper.
It's like special spices.
Correct.
Gotcha.
And translated into English, movimiento means movement. We feel that this spice gives movement and life to all our food.
I like it. Whatever you want to call it. You can call it the spice in the little plastic tin right there.
Exactly.
As long as it's going into the
food.
You don't
have to use this. Just salt and pepper. That's fine too.
All right. So if we were at home, this would kind of break down a little bit. And how do we get to this liquidy place?
It would just be cooking it on a slow simmer.
Okay.
For 30-40 minutes. Until it becomes sort of a stew.
Okay.
And you can cook it for as long as you want. If you want it a little bit more soupy, a a little more stewy.
All right, I'm
it's
gonna put
really
this in
up to
there.
your personal preference. I have some silverware here for you. Depends if you're a spoon or fork lady.
All right, well, stick around because coming up a little bit later, we're going to be making the Don.
The Don. It's our
Don?
60-ounce margarita.
Oh, jeez. That has Andy's name all over it. All right.
Put the queso on it, Steph. Sorry, I was looking at the camera. Put the queso on that because that looks like it would be
Oh
so
my
good.
gosh, that's so good.
Torture.
You sure you want the 1,100 calories today?
Today, I'm doing it.
Actually, this is not high in calorie.
I'm sure.
No, it's just, it's pork.
That's a kick.
All right, I'm going to leave you over there in the kitchen and we're going to come back over here. You know, most of us are looking for a little added volume in our hair. I tried to get that today to give us a sexy look for Valentine's Day or just